Well, it's all good. It's all good. You're welcome, Abuja. You're welcome. It's the town hall meeting this morning, and of course, we're looking at the issue of state police. This has been an ongoing conversation. A lot of people have been advocating for state police. Let's have state police. Oh, it will help our police. Oh, our police have been overwhelmed. Oh, if we have state police, it will help. Some people have also argued to say no. State police will not help anything. That in fact, some people allege that some governors will take advantage of these state police. They will use them for their own betterment and use them even against the people of the state. Some people say, no, just even try it first. Some say that when you have state police, the state police know the nooks and crannies of the state, and they will be able to pursue all these bad guys within and all of that. It's been an argument there and here and here and there, just back and forth and all of that. But has it proven any difference? No. The conversation is still ongoing. But this one, it's a different conversation on the state police, because somebody is even now saying, you know what? You know the state police that everybody has been agitating for him? Just come and do a test run of this state police in the FCT. And the FCT, we don't need too much. You don't need any two-third.
At all.
It's just the president. Let the president make a pronunciation and that's all. Let's look at who is saying what. The lawmaker representing Amak and Buhari Federal Constituency, Honorable Chinedu Obika, had urged the federal government to experiment with the state police in the FCT. Obika made the call in Abuja on Thursday during an interview. He said that the FCT was an ideal place to experiment the age-long agitation of Nigerians for state police. Nigerians have been agitating for state police. In the issue of Abuja, you don't need a two-third majority. Only the president's pronouncement is what is needed, because Abuja has no House of Assembly. The lawmaker, who called for an improved security network in Abuja, said that the migration could be one of the causes of insecurity in the federal capital. He explained that the people tend to move into Abuja every day with the belief that it was a safer place to live compared to other parts of the country. Obika said that such a movement of people from different backgrounds in the FCT has necessitate also some level of insecurity in the federal capital territory. According to him, the council chairman appears to be overwhelmed by the level of insecurity in the FCT, and they do not have the capacity to fight it alone. The lawmaker therefore called for synergy amongst security agencies to ensure tight security in Abuja, while calling for coordinated security network and development of technologies to combat insecurity in Abuja. Drones and other effective security gadgets, as well as patrol vans, needs to be made available to combat insecurity in the FCT. The lawmaker, who also blamed poverty for the insecurity being witnessed in recent times, called the government at all levels to formulate policies aimed at alleviating poverty. He, however, commended the FCT minister, Barrister Nyesom Wike, for transforming the area. He described the minister's infrastructural landmarks as unprecedented in the history of FCT. He says, I must commend Mr. Nyesom Wike for bringing infrastructural development to FCT. I thank him for opening up the rural communities. And that's how he ends that interview, saying that FCT, we should use FCT to test state police, to also see how it works, that a lot of people have been agitating for it. He went on also to talk about the area council chairman. He says maybe they are overwhelmed at the level of insecurity. But then you also want to look at the issue around the FCT. When you say FCT does not have a House of Assembly, in that regard, to say, okay, it's not a full state, it doesn't have a governor, but also the National Assembly also stands in that gap for the FCT. Yes, they double as that. So let's put that aside. But moving on to what he says on state police, I'm just wondering, how will that work? I mean, if you say you want to do a test of state police in the FCT. Now, apart from just that, apart from the FCT police command, you also know that the entire police force head office is in Abuja. That's one. Number two, the entire military formation directive comes from Abuja. FCT, whether it is the naval, whether it is Air Force, Army, Customs, Civil Defense, all of them. So I'm just wondering, because Mazi, you remember there was there's still a conversation about what's those ones called that used to wear. They started by wearing khaki like NYC.
Peace Corps.
Thank you, sir. There's still conversation around Peace Corps where people are saying, "Oh, approve it, don't approve it, approve it." Some people are saying, "No, this is how Peace Corps started like civil defense. They were not carrying gun. Before you know, civil defense is now carrying gun. They have armed squad." Now, do you get? So I'm just wondering, with all of this, with Abuja being the capital of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that has all this security facet in the FCT and all the agencies and all of that, including we did not add DSS, including the DSS, you know, and other agencies that might not necessarily be doing security, but ensuring that anything that can lead to insecurity does not happen, such as EFCC, ICPC, and the likes. So I'm just wondering, if you now say we should join state police, what exactly will they be doing? I mean, if you join state police, but he is looking at it that if you think people will take advantage of it at state level, why don't you do a test run in Abuja? So will it now be a case of, because already police, even police in the FCT, they also have some level of identification issues in terms of some police say, "Oh, we are doing stop and search." You say, "Okay, you sorry, I want to know where are you, which station are you from?" They say, "Oh, we are from command." "Oh, which one?" "No, we were from federal this special squad, IG's team, you know, CP's team, and all of that, just to ensure that we have adequate security in the FCT. But what do you say to what the honorable member is also saying, that we should test run state police in the FCT? And again, let me quickly commend the Nigerian police, especially the FCT command and other sister agencies that help in rescuing the naval officer that was kidnapped. Thank you. In fact, you people take your shekel, feel the shekel, receive it, and to the naval officer, thank God you are back.
Congratulations.
Yes, and I just want to say to the naval, maybe the naval team lead, I don't know what department she is, or the head, that please, this officer should not just resume work. There should be some level of psychological help that is offered. You know, let's detox her from where she's coming from, because we don't. She's a strong person. No. She don't date. No, it is important that psychological issues it should be done.
Carried out on her to make sure she's okay.
Let her explain her experience. Let her heal from it. Then she comes back to work, so that she doesn't work with that mindset of fear and all of that. But Mazi Destiny Anthony, do you see FCT having state police as a test run?
And good morning, Abuja, and Sahel, good morning.
Yes, sir.
I do not think, and by the way, let me thank the honorable member who at least spoke out for the first time, that at least I'm hearing his voice and, you know, hear him contribute to something that matters to FCT. Thank you as well for being active, because before it's only the senator that we used to hear about, even while Aduda was there. So the members as well, they were a little bit quiet, maybe because this FCT. But I think he has a point. I want to agree and disagree as well, and I will explain.
Okay.
I also disagree in the point he is saying that maybe the local council chairman, that they overwhelmed by what? They're not doing anything. So there's nothing like being overwhelmed. Today coming again is still those Amak boys that I saw around that Wuse area. So that one is a security challenge as well. So let's put that aside, since that's not what we are dealing with today. I want to agree with him because I think that as a nation we are due for state police. And the reason why I'm saying that is this. if you even go to America, where we are copying our democracy from, and their system of government as well, you will see that each state, they have their own police. But of course, they have the federal police, like the FBI, the CIA, and so on.
Which they are not always happy when they take over
any particular issue as well. You understand? But you see, if somebody is from, let's say, a village in Enugu State, and you pick people from Enugu State to go handle that issue, they know every part of that particular state, every part of that village.
But Mazi, some people will tell you that can bring some level of bias.
The reason why I want to disagree is this. Once any particular thing, organization or whatever is being manned by a human, you will always have people who have a different mindset about the whole thing. There are people who are out there, even in the let's say EFCC that we have today, or what do you call the other one, the ICPC that we have. There are still people who, if their case is being handled, take for instance, I'm an Igbo man and it's a Yoruba officer that is handling my case, you feel like, why should this person, do you understand me, comes in. But I've also seen people, you have issue, you approach them, you don't care about the tribe, whoever is handling your case. Once you get you are well treated, the case is handled well. If you are wrong, everything is shown to you. Why the bias will come up? I just feel like if we are going to experiment, just like the honorable member was saying, you should also put something in place, a policy in place that makes sure that we won't have that case of people feeling that you are using this opportunity to oppress us, and that will lie on the government, on the governors that we have in various states, to make sure that they allow those guys to function the way they are supposed to function. It's not a situation because I'm setting up the police force for the state, for a particular, let's say, state A, and now if there is an election, I will make sure that I'm going to use that to oppress any other person who wants to contest against me. We know that one will come, but I believe that is the job of the National Assembly, to also make sure that you formulate the law and formulate the strategy they are going to use as well. Then there should also be an opening where, if you're not comfortable about a particular case being handled by the state police, you can call for the central police, the federal government police, Abuja, or you call DSS or anybody to step in as well. So I believe we should, have that kind of thing in place, so that there won't be that, bias and people feeling that they are being distant. But on the other hand, also, I want to disagree with him with FCT being the pilot state for us to experiment this. The reason is because, just like you mentioned, you have the police force headquarters here, you have the NIA here, you have DSS, all those security agencies, including the military, and the other ones, the para, like the road safety and so on, they are here. It might be a little bit difficult for you to do that, because when somebody from a particular unit to step out, you already see the challenges that we have with security agencies against each other. Every time you see a policeman fighting a road safety, the other one, it was civil defense, and was he at I still against the police guy, and they were armed. We have that challenge a lot. I feel like you should have picked. We have how many? 6 senatorial zones in Nigeria. Pick each state, from each of those zones to test run and say, okay, let's see how it goes. If it works out well, fine. There are challenges, of course, when you're starting a particular program. There are challenges that will come, with you, trying to experiment on it. Take note of those challenges, then find, the right men and women to also find solution to addressing those issues. But I think that it's time, we are due for it. Okay. But I do not agree with him that FCT should be the pilot. Yes, yeah, we're going to have serious challenge.
All right, and Mazi with his points there. But just looking at WhatsApp now, Salisu Suleiman from Galadima says, good morning, Sir El and Mazi. I think the Honorable is totally off point. How would you run state police in the federal capital, where you have all the security apparatus, head of departments? The issue of state police have not happened in Nigeria simply because of the federal government don't want the states to have so much power regarding security. So it's pure politics and playing nothing more. Okay? Thank you for your take. But what do you say this morning? Do you agree with Mazi, or do you disagree with also what Mazi is saying? Or do you think we're also ripe to have state police, but FCT should not just be a place to test run such. Looking at all the security agencies that we have, and some people are saying, in fact, that the security agencies are not doing enough in the FCT because all of them are here.
Yeah.
But sometimes, again, their security business is everybody's business, but there are key things that happen in the security circle that you might not be privy to.
True.
Because of how sensitive it can be. Well, let's take some calls here. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Effizy.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mazi Destin Anthony.
I
remember
you,
myself from Ali Ali. I'm calling from PW Kubwa. I disagree with my brother and friend Mazi Destin Anthony this morning.
Okay.
FCT should, as a matter of fact, be used as a pilot because there is no any political encumbrances that will affect the piloting. If we say all the headquarters of our security formation in Abuja, does that stop that from one chance? Does that stop that from, what do we call it, from kidnapping? Does that stop from other crimes? Does that stop the location of those headquarters? Does it stop scarf snatching and other crimes? Every crime is local. All those security forces cannot be in every locality. But if we do local police, they will come from, like now, people that are going to be recruited, they will come from PW. If they make me the DPO, I know all the Bible boys in PW, and I know where to get them, I know their houses. But if you bring a certain somebody from Lagos who is not familiar with PW, he will not know. He will only depend on what he's told. But I'm here, I know every nook and cranny. I know where the smoky go. I know, you understand? So it's very, I think the honorable is in order. Let me give chance for others.
So Abubakar Ali, are you also saying that isn't that where you as a citizen is supposed to also help the police with some level of information?
Mm-hmm.
If all the wards, all the units in Buhari Area Council help Nigerian police, our divisional police headquarters in Buhari, can they deal with the crime at the same time? They don't have the capacity. They don't have the numbers. Come on. So they don't have that number.
So is it for you
they
now?
They don't need the crime.
So for you, it's a capacity thing. They don't have the. You don't think they.
Okay. Yes, they have the capacity. Let me say they have the capacity, but they don't have the spread to calculate at the same time.
Oh, okay.
They don't have the manpower. Let me use manpower as the right language.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Abubakar. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Let's take on more calls here. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Welcome back to your
stay with us. Just stay with us.
And sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
We often think of home as a place, a building, a familiar street, or a room we know by heart. But during Ramadan, home becomes something much more. It's the neighbor who offers you a steamy plate of donwaiki with peppered sauce, or the laughter and the zogale shared at the mosque after prayer. That is the beauty of the season. Home can be anywhere, wherever people gather to break bread, share joy, and reflect on blessings. That is where home is. So, this season, look around you. It might be closer than you think. Because during Ramadan, together is home.
What does the new Amstel Malta Sleek Can look like? Slick, tall, draped in red and gold. Or what does it sound like? And the taste? Rich and oh so satisfying.
Amstel Malta, made with premium quality ingredients. Now in a sleek can.
Still listening? Go get yours. It's now available.
With Amstel Malta, there is always more. Be your best.
My children are athletes. From the moment they wake up, they keep playing and learning. So when I pack the new Milo NS snacks into their lunchbox, I'm giving them a delicious snack with the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and crunchy Niger-grown maize containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
Milo and Snacks, snack of future champions to help your kids refuel and keep winning all day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Anything I want.
Mama! They don't dash me 20,000 naira woof.
My pikin, who they dash 20,000 naira for this kind time?
That they dash everybody will get smart cash account 20,000 naira.
You mean them go dash me 20,000 naira a woof too?
Yes, so mama. That they dash all old and new smart cash users 20,000 naira a woof.
Oh yeah, tell your yard people make them dial *939# or download Smart Cash app to open their own account. Make themselves enjoy 20k a woof. Every time where you buy airtime or pay bills with Smart Cash, you go chop inside your 20k. Terms and conditions dey sha.
I don't see my own woof. Oh.
Smart Cash, powered by Airtel.
Life is always full of wahala.